Hello, my name is Tiara and I'm here to support S-152 and support a person's right to choose who, how, when, or if they decide to parent. Too often these conversations are centered around being right or wrong and don't focus on what is best for people, their lives, and what is going to allow them to thrive. Tonight you will hear powerful stories and personal stories that reflect the myriad of experiences people have as they navigate what it means to be an expert on how they care for themselves, their bodies, and the choices they make concerning their health care, because abortion is health care. We should trust individuals to be the experts on their bodies, their experiences, and their choice. It is not a matter of me against you. It's a matter of providing people an option to determine for themselves the families they are able to take care of and support. Too often, people, and mostly people of color, can't even trust their own doctors to listen to them when they say something is wrong, or trust their doctors to provide the best health care in childbirth. Black mothers in particular can't even trust medical systems to prevent their death during childbirth. And there's nothing more barbaric than letting Black women die in childbirth in the United States in 2019. People, and mostly people of color, can't even trust their schools to educate their children in the most empowering and productive way that rivals their counterparts in affluent cities and puts them on a path to college and careers. People, and mostly, again, people of color, people who have historically lived in poverty and can't trust their jobs to provide them with a livable wage of $15 or more an hour. They can't trust that their paychecks will provide their family enough and that it will also provide for the families that they wish to create. But we can trust that people are the experts of their own lives, the experts of their own stories, and the experts on how, when, or if they decide to parent. We can trust people to make and choose the choice that is best for them, whether or not to determine or continue a pregnancy. I stand for abortion access and the passing of this Health Care Act because when we consider the world we live in, where too often systemic oppressions determine our futures from a young age, across many lines of difference, such as race, class, socioeconomic status, age, the people most impacted by limited access to abortion are communities of color. The livelihoods of people is often forgotten when we talk about life. It should be a human right to have a livable wage to raise the children that you have. It should be a human right to have clean air and clean water in every community and not just the suburbs. Too often, communities of folks that look like me are prevented from living their best and most full lives. Whether it's having fresh and local produce available to their communities to nourish the children they have and the families they already have, access to quality schools to send their children to that set them up for futures where they can attend college, and not just in the wealthiest communities in the state, but everywhere. Abortion is not just about unwanted births. It's about deciding what the best birth is and creating a family when and if you decide to, in a place where everyone has an equal opportunity to live and create their best life, because abortion is about a human right. As a member of an abortion fund, I raise money to provide Rhode Island residents with the option to choose abortion. The people we help vary in age, race, class, and their stories are just as varied. These folks who choose abortion are those with and without children, and I can stand up and tell you 5 different stories about 5 different individuals with many different reasons why they chose abortion. But it's not about trying to figure out why someone chose abortion. Our lives are too varied, our needs too diverse, and the only thing that does and should tie us together is the agency to decide, free of any barriers, what is in the best interest of our bodies, our families that we decide to create, because each individual is the expert on their own lives. Keep abortion safe, keep abortion legal, and codify Roe v. Wade into Rhode Island law.
Thank you. Any questions or comments for this witness?